Get ready for the surprise. They're about to shock the world. 28 is about the number of wealth and prosperity. 8 is the wealth number in numerology. 28 ends with the number 8. Many wealthy people are born on the 28th day of the month. One of among the most significant verses in the Bible, they end in dot dot 28. It's biblical. There are 28 riders in the Old Testament. Lamb, which refers to Jesus, it appears 28 times in the Bible. The name David it is mentioned 28 times in the Bible. As far as lamb go, as far as sacrificial lamb goes, is CD Lamb gonna have a significant role to play into this? Because Texas is the 28th state to be admitted to the union. Now, the Yankees are going to begin 2024 at the 28th state in the union. They can begin next season at the 28th admitted state in the union. Texas is wealthy with all of its resources, its natural energy, and its oil. So Texas is a very wealthy state for being the 28th admitted state in the union. Also, the 28th day of the year, it was today. That's announced that opening day is going to be. It's like the 28th day of March it's going to be. So sacrificial lamb, whether it referred to Dak's mom or Dak's brother, sacrificial lambs, Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl 28 years in the making. It is about to happen. 28 is the number of wealth. Of course, the New York Yankees were not going to win the World Series after winning 99 games last year. The fact is, they are going to pull off something special in a season where they're not going to get anything close to 90, 95, 98 wins. The fact is how do you justify a contract like that for the great Jorginho? He's going to be made out to earn every penny in that contract. How can you do that? Well, you could still qualify for the playoffs and stay alive in a playoff race without Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is going to be the difference between just being a playoff team, barely scrapping by, and winning the championship. That's what the Jorginho has to do 100 years after the Yankees' first title. 99 World Series after the Bambino won the title, because 1994 there was no World Series. That's how we get 99 World Series later. 99, the great Jorginho, 66 in reverse, is going to pull it off. One swing of the bat, great Jorginho puts the Yankees up. The Yankees with the number one bullpen in the league. You're going to start to see a dominating starting rotation. The fact is, Cortez is going to be back in August. Nasty Nestor and the nasty cutter. Rodon, another left-handed pitcher. Yankees getting elite right-handed pitchers. German with this perfect game. The Cy Young of the American League this year. Garrett Cole, a Yankee fan. He grew up at Newport Beach. Those are strong signs for the Yankees Dodgers. Now, on the other hand, I know you're going to say, well, the Dodgers don't have a starting rotation. Blah, 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 blah. And the Atlanta Braves will lay up the pitching and they have the number one record, all that. Well, did it all matter a couple years ago? It didn't matter at all that the Dodgers were the top record, this and that. The fact is, the Atlanta Braves, they were nowhere close in the playoffs. And the Atlanta Braves still managed to win the World Series a couple years, and they were not even in the playoff race. So that is how the game of baseball is like. The unexplained just happened that cannot be rationalized, and that is where the 28 is going to come into play for the New York Yankees. Now, for GOAT Keenan James, no one believed he about to win. Why is GOAT Keenan James a 28-1 life path numerology? I know exactly why he's 28-1 life factor balance. GOAT King LeBron James ties Michael Jordan 28 years after 1998. That's where we're getting the 6th ring in the 23rd season in the NBA. Yes, GOAT King LeBron James is going to tie Mike. It's 6-6 in the bar. It's 30-36. The numbers all line up like Kingo. The Pub turn to play in 2 more NBA Finals. To go 3-0 in the NBA Finals, 6 leaving the Cavaliers. No one picking win any more ring. The masses are brainwashed. They brainwashed. They really think this man done. He ain't going out like that after a sweep. Are you mad? No way after a sweep. All the sweep is, it's a psyop operation. Oh, he's gone. He got swept. Oh, he's gone. He's good. It's all mind games. It's all mind control. Great to deal. The masses already said, oh, he's out for the year. And he goes from out for the year to winning the World Series. He goes from his Judge leaving the Yankees to signing the new contract, and he comes back from injury. This is how legends are made. Now go, Campbell Putt time. He came up, come back from 3-1. He's never going to win the championship for Cleveland. No. Taylor Bob did that. Richard Jr. hit under 100 in the postseason. Oh, is he ever to be clutch? Oh, is he fit for the city? Is he not fit for the city? Is he not fit for the playoffs? I think Judge shows he is the MVP. Ohtani is going to win the MVP, but did Ohtani carry the Angels? No. Did Great Jorginho, is he the most important player in the league? Yes, he is. But it's not about individual competence. It's not about the 62 home runs. It's not about the distractions of chasing the records. It's about Great Jorginho writing his folklore, his legendary folklore, where he is the difference between a title and no title. And this is where Great Jorginho will come back. Now, Great Jorginho does carry in the runs, but the fact is, Great Jorginho in a game where only 2 or 3 or 4 runs are scored is going to make the difference because the other team is not scoring more than 1-2 runs up against this monster rotation. Cole, Cortez, and Rodon, and German, and Clark Schmidt, the young guy, at number 5. The fact is, Yankees are easily in the playoffs. The Blue Jays have no pitching whatsoever. It's a script. The Blue Jays are red hot. Red Sox are red hot. Suddenly they're red hot. Oh, suddenly the Blue Jays are ahead of the Yankees before the All-Star break. And suddenly, in 4-1 in the last game, and the pitcher comes out at 74 pitches when he don't need to because they're executing the script. Because 49-42 gives you Aaron and Aaron Judge and Camacho. Can't have the win. That is how Major League Baseball is scripted. It's always about Yankees, Red Sox. The Red Sox are a game back from the New York Yankees. They won 2 series against the New York Yankees. Well, when Great Jorginho comes back, Yankees and the Red Sox are in the thick of the playoff race. The Houston Astros are chasing the division. The fact is, one team out there, the Blue Jays or the Rangers, that one team is going to miss the playoffs. The New York Yankees are going to leapfrog Toronto, in my opinion. I like the Rangers to make the playoffs because Aroldis Chapman is a former Yank and this and that. And he kind of lost his closer role. And I think if the Yankees do face off against the Rangers, then Aroldis Chapman is going to lose a game or 2 in that series. So the Rangers, I like to stay in the playoffs, even if the Astros come back and win the ALS. The Rays will be in there. The Orioles will probably be in there. I guess the only way the Blue Jays make it is if the Orioles collapse. But that's what makes it very possible is late season collapses, late season rallies does happen in baseball. We've seen the late season rally for the Washington Nationals. We've seen it for the Atlanta Braves. The fact is these things happen, and that's why it's just going to be another weird, unexplainable, and it's not unexplainable because I told you why they are going to win. Because of the leading bullpen in the big leagues. Well, you're all going to point to the batting average. Now, this guy's purposely there, a guy with no big league experience. These guys, they can still follow analytics and have a hitting coach with prior Major League Baseball experience, but the fact is, that's why the hitting coach, he's a real scapegoat. He's not just a scapegoat to cover general manager. The fact is, he's a real scapegoat that He had no prior minor league batting box experience. He has no prior Major League Baseball batter's box experience. No experience in a minor league or Major League Baseball batting box. They did hire him, right? There's still a puppet under Brian Cashman, right? Aaron Boone. But they're going to be made to look good so they can keep their jobs for years to come after this. That the Padres will not be sellers at the deadline. They're gonna keep Blake Snell. They're gonna get rid of Yu Darvish. They're gonna add some pieces for next year. So I think it's gonna happen with the Padres. The New York media will be on the ass of Buck Showalter. He could be the first manager to be fired, especially if the Mets lose a series against the Dodgers this week with Verlander at the hill. If they completely collapse, that's something to talk about. You said Astros going to be chasing the AL West. Sure, he'll tell you. The Angels going to trade this and that, this and that. This next couple of weeks is going to heat up. When the Padres lose, when the Mets keep on losing, they're going to be chirping, barking that a trade is going to happen at the trade deadline. Well, one thing is for certain. The Cowboys go win the Super Bowl 28 years later after the Yankees win their 28th World Series championship. Goalkeeper Bon James going to tie Michael Jordan 28 years later. That is exactly why goalkeeper Bon James is a 28-1 life path. He will do the job by his numerology, by the occult. 2 over 3 gives you 0.66. 6 and 6 NBA Finals. 66 NBA Finals games. 66 books in the book of Revelation in the Bible. Goalkeeper Bon James is about to become the greatest player ever. Aaron Judge is about to honor Babe Ruth in the 100-year anniversary. In the silver helmet, about to do the job at the Silver Star State. At the Silver State. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team at the entertainment capital of the world. Entertainment capital of America. It has Cowboys written over it. Sin City, the most hated team. The occult, the most hated Sin City, the Dallas Cowboys. Demos. I love Buffalo. It's perfect. All this noise about Stephon Diggs. This is why we need to get football ready to go. All this bullshit. Stephon Diggs is having problems. Get the games going. This is why the NFL offseason's a joke. Don't read any garbage news out there. The fact is, Cowboys are easily win the NFC. They're going to win against the AFC in the Super Bowl. No one going to believe all the way up to until they see it. No one going to believe it until they see it because, it's the AFC. It's Burrow, Mahomes, Allen. Dak not going to be those guys. Jalen Hurts is overrated black quarterback. They about to say in the NFC. Jalen Hurts, he's no Joe Burrow, he's no Patrick Mahomes, no Josh Allen. MVP going to come out of the AFC. That conference going to win MVP this year. You know Dak Prescott win MVP. Dak Prescott's going to be a clutch, timely performer. 58 days left in the year after Peggy Prescott's death. It's going to happen. The Cowboys are already in luck. I think they're making it very easy, especially when there's a huge power shift between all these elite, beastly quarterbacks in the AFC. I mean, you cannot forget about Justin Herbert, too. I mean, Justin Herbert made the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence. These guys are better than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is the modern-day version of Carson Palmer. This NFC, there's virtually no star quarterbacks in the NFC, but Dak he has played like a star quarterback. His mom died. His brother died. Something about to go down with Dak. Ain't about to go down. From the white supremacist angle, When the wider quarterback beat Jalen Hurts, you know, white supremacist owners, they don't care if Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl because, he plays like a white quarterback. He plays like a pocket passer. Because he's not the scrambler, all that. So that is the dog whistle element to Dak winning the Super Bowl. That's the dog whistle element that the guys who picked the winner, the 30 owners, the 32 owners, that one guy, Dak Prescott, he played like a white quarterback. He played like the typical pro offense pocket passer quarterback. You got to step back and throw to win. But Dak's different. This guy ain't the scrambler. Like Colin Kaepernick and Lamar Jackson and the Steve McNair and the Michael Vicks. He's not the scrambler. He can step back and throw like the atypical pocket passer. The Lions are our first team in the postseason. There's a first-time quarterback in the playoffs. Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are my sleeper team to make the playoffs. Chicago Bears to make it over the Vikings the last week of the season. Not only do the Lions win the division over the Vikings, but the Vikings get knocked out of the playoffs. The Bears make the playoffs when they beat the Packers at Lambeau. Yep. Bears will make the playoffs. The Vikings will get knocked out. Especially if no Dalvin Cook makes the difference or what have you. You never know with injuries to star players, like the wide receivers, what have you. That does make a difference. And the Vikings still have a piss-poor defense. And the Bears have a defensive coach and a franchise quarterback. They'll find a way to make Kirk Cousins throw 3 interceptions to fumble the football to get a better pass rush when they face off against each other. Derek Carr will be in there, but no problems. Derek Carr not scripted to make it to any Super Bowl at Las Vegas, even if he does win a playoff game, which is plausible. It's possible. I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty certain that the NFC North's going to come down to the last week of the season. I think the Vikings, that is how tight the window is in the NFL. You can play for a chance to win a division or even lose a chance to make the playoffs to begin with. I mean, that's what the Bears are about to do. Bears going to win the last week of the season. They're going to get in over the Vikings. But the Lions, they're going to lose the first game to the defending champions. May or may not put up a fight. May capitulate in the second half of the football game. Same old Lions, same old Lions, Not quite. Dan Talica gets these guys going. Head banging, keep on going. That's what Dan Talica about to do. Dan Campbell about to make it to the playoffs. The Lions could appear in their first home playoff game in quite some time. And, what was it? Their last playoff win was 32 years ago. And Calvin Johnson's 32, of course. He had the early retirement like Oklahoma State the Oklahoma State running back, Barry Sanders, yep. So early retirement, the Lions can go for the 32, just like the Bengals, and win a playoff game. And so the Cowboys get the first round bye. The Eagles will probably be, that means the Eagles can be a number 5 seed, number 6 seed, number 7 seed. And of course, the number 1 seed gets a bye. And so the Eagles, the choices, it looks like, is Derek Carr. Boy, if the Eagles go up against the Saints, they're going to win. 49ers, if they do win the West, but this is the point that I was going to go back to. I don't know why. Some reason, I think the NFC West is going to be a tight division. Now, I think my Cardinals are finishing in last place and be taken for a bad pick. But the fact is, no quarterback, no Garoppolo. Purdy is Purdy hurt. Seahawks made it competitive. The Rams, who knows if they show more fight this year. For some reason, I think the NFC West is going to be a pretty tight division. As far as a chance for the third time is the magic, or the third time is the charm. Go 49ers trip to Dallas to face off against the Cowboys. The Cowboys get a piece of Brock Purdy. I mean, I got to go with the Niners to win the division in the NFC. I mean, I think the division is going to be close. But even with all the quarterback issues, the Niners are going to win the line of scrimmage, all that. They're still the most physical team in the division. And what I like to see is that Niners is Camacho 34 and Prescott can improve to 3-4 in the playoffs. So I think 49ers against the Cowboys in a wild card round. So NFC West could be the Niners could be 10-6. I mean, you can see a team be 10-6 or 9-8. Whatever. Those records are 16-game regular seasons. I mean, it's just so weird to see it. So weird to see 11. It's just so weird to see 11-6 and 10-7. It's just something that I'm not quite used to. But 10 wins, 9 wins, they'll probably be 6-7. Then a tiebreaker with 9 wins over the rest of the teams in the field. Yeah, that's where you get the Vikings missing the playoffs. So that being said, Eagles going to go on the road and try to defend their title because the Cowboys can win an important game in late December after the Cowboys lose in November when the two teams face off for the first time. And the Eagles get the first win. Then they get the first shot, the first crack, the first knockout, winning the first round. But then the rest of the boxing, the Cowboys win the whole boxing match. The Eagles only win the first round. The Cowboys win through all 5 rounds of the boxing match. And nothing has changed. I like the Cowboys to lose to Herbert, the Cowboys to lose to Allen. Because, they can't beat the Chiefs. They can't beat the Bills. And they have to face off against the AFC in the Super Bowl. And to me, I believe AFC is going to show that they are by far the most superior quarterback talent in the NFL. Just think for a second. Gotta ignore the feelings that you have for the Cowboys. They suck. How about the Cowboys? See Stephen A. Smith at it. Them Cowboys mocking the Cowboys. They crying after the wild card game. About the Cowboys, them Cowgirls, them Cowhorsemen. Hate the Cowboys. And, I don't really like the Cowboys, all that, but I sympathize with Dak and all that because, he did, his mom, his brother, I had a sibling that died too. So, that part of Dak, Dak's going to fucking win. Dak's going to fucking win. He's going to, the Lamb that we referred to. The word lamb mentioned 28 times in the Bible, sacrificial lamb. There's symbology there with what happened surrounding Dak's life with his brother and his mom. 28 years later, the Cowboys playing in the 28th state the year there. I mean, it's all starting to add up. This was the year the Cowboys going to win. It was no, I'm not done something because I'm got too much money. Too much money. Like them frauds were saying in the Super Bowl 56. Oh, that's why the Cowboys lost because all that stands to knows too much money. But 7 years ago, I did predict the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. To make history. Call Super Bowl winner 7 years in advance. And Doc is going out there 7. The Cowboys divisional losing streak is going to end at 7. 7 straight divisional losses going to end at 7. That is what Dak Prescott is going to do. He's going to beat the 49ers. 1 win in 3 games against the Niners. This is what in the playoffs. This is what Dak's about to do. Well, the Gold Cup or probably Mexico because, all the Chicanos are going to the game because it's LA and all that. So, yeah, Mexico going to win. It's a Mickey Mouse Cup. No one cares about the Gold Cup. No one bets on the Gold Cup. Only for a long shot probably are you going to this Mickey Mouse tournament with all these garbage scrub-ass teams out there. And the top teams are playing their B teams. Gold Cup, that's a joke. No one cares about no Mickey Mouse Gold Cup. Copa America's where it's at. Mexico's a Mickey Mouse team. 7-0 against Chile. And USA lose 4-0 to Argentina. CONCACAF in the Gold Cup. Mickey Mouse Cup. Mickey Mouse Cup. Need I say more? I'm in my exclamation mark. When we are in October, by far the best sports month of the year. That's where you see everything together. Major League Baseball playoffs. You start to see how league tables are a couple months in the European football leagues and soccer leagues. The NHL starts up, the NBA starts up, the NFL is approaching halfway. When we're in October, Great Jorginho is making history. Great Jorginho is making clutch plays to carry the Yankees to the postseason. The Dallas Cowboys are going to have a 5-0 start. I think their first loss is going to be in front of the fans in the stands in prime time with all the eyes glued to the screen on Monday Night Football at the stadium of the NFC's last Super Bowl victory at Inglewood, California. When we reach that point, October 10, October 11, did I remember the date or not? Dallas Cowboys lose their first game against the Chargers. It always good because who they play? The Rams after that or something like that before they face off against the Eagles. So you never know if they fall to 4-1 because Super Bowl is 41. So if, hypothetically speaking, if Roger Goodell is planning on the Cowboys beating, well, you see that game between the Cowboys and the 49ers, the way I rationalize it is San Francisco's 50, the Cowboys can start 5-0, 5-5 by beating the 49ers because it's, well, first of all, 49ers is 55. They can go 5-5 for the year. But I think at that point, the Niners are not playing Brock Purdy. So it's all, if they get Brock Purdy back for the playoffs, they're going to beat the Cowboys. 49ers can start playing some red-hot football towards the second half of the year. So I think the Cowboys can go for the double. The 2 wins over the Niners. The first game, there's no Brock Purdy. And the second time they face off, it's, Cowboys, they lost to the Bills. They got beat up in a cold winter weather. Cowboys are soft. And then the 49ers playing red hot when Brock Purdy comes back. What's the status on Brock Purdy? I think they signed another quarterback, another good quarterback too in the offseason. But one thing's for certain, Dallas is going to win. I remember that Dak Prescott interception. They were driving. They're in the red zone inside the 20. That was just a very scripted throw. No doubt about it. That's the second matchup, not the first matchup, the one at Dallas, the one over at Santa Clara. So, but you see, it was 23-17. 49ers beat the Cowboys. 49ers with 23 points that game. Las Vegas is 23. I was just telling you when the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. Now, there's something that I have not deciphered yet. The total amount of points the Cowboys have scored in the playoffs with Mike McCarthy. I did not even break that down. It doesn't matter if they haven't made the NFC Championship game. The fact is the Cowboys have done better every single year. They missed the playoffs. They made the wild card round. They've made the divisional round. The fact is they've improved on every end season result with Mike McCarthy. So the odds that they're in the Final Four, now that Tom Brady, these guys are cocksuckers to Tom Brady. Just think about it. First year, since Tom Brady retires, the team that beats Tom Brady in his final football game is going to win the motherfucking goddamn Super Bowl. Cowboys last Super Bowl victory at Super Bowl 30. They go 3-0, 3 for 3. That's the suck up the Tom Brady angle. Tom Brady lost to the team, and he lost to them Cowboys. And they won the Super Bowl the very next year. That just shows that they are Tom Brady egomaniacs, the whole lot of the NFL. And now the Raiders are not going to be nowhere near the Super Bowl until they get Tom Brady. Until the move to minority ownership become official. We're going to get to that too. Williams' exact matchup. Harbaugh, if I'm not mistaken. There's something else to look at too. Week 1, the Raiders, lose to the Broncos. I think Chiefs will have no problems winning by double digits. Same old line, the same old line. It's never early to start deciphering the NFL week season. The more we decipher week 1, we are ready for week 1. Now, obviously, the main question is, who is going to be the surprise? Who is? Bengals, Browns, a divisional game, what have you. Deshaun Watson is there. Browns didn't beat the Bengals on Monday Night Football. Rams and the Seahawks are the Rams back, but hey, 12th man, all that. I don't think the Seahawks have any problems. It's at home. The Saints gonna win, right? Do the Titans have a quarterback? Is this the it? Is this it? Is this it for the Titans coach? Is this guy gonna be back for week 1? No, Brock Purdy, he gonna be back? He is back in week 1. I didn't imagine he'd be back this soon. Mike McCarthy, not Mike McCarthy. Mike Tomlin has a winning record every single year. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they get the Browns after they go up against the 49ers week 1. What would be insanely rich The 49ers start 1-3, and Dallas is 13. Then they're 2-3 after they beat the Cowboys. On national TV. For certain, the Cowboys win their first 4 games. I like the 5-0, but you never know. They're just making it too obvious what the wrestling script is if the 49ers beat the Cowboys in week 5. They're making it too easy, I think. They make it too easy. Oh, it's the playoffs. Cowboys cannot win when it's the playoffs. Because people be barking all season long about the Cowboys. Every single week. Every single week in the postseason, too. Every single week, even in the postseason, they'll be barking and chirping that's when the Cowboys are going down. Down the balls go. What was that again? The same old Cowboys. About time the Cowboys are back. Ain't no same old Cowboy. They back to winning the championship. It's time to start talking about Mike McCarthy as a Hall of Fame coach. Was he really the problem for Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, never the problem. The last few years speak for itself. They still lose, even without Mike McCarthy. The Packers still have failed to win without Mike McCarthy. So Mike is a good coach, despite what people say. Despite what people say. He was not the problem in the Packers. The results speak for itself. He never cost this dysfunctional, mediocre franchise any Super Bowl victories. Mike McCarthy is the problem. Oh, they went 13-3 without Mike McCarthy. They had home field advantage. They did not get it done. It was never his fault. He's made the Cowboys better. Packers have gotten worse every year. And so the common theme is the three-peat is on for GOAT LeBron James in this NBA Finals. The Yankees, the Cowboys, and the Lakers. There's only 1 year when this very scenario can happen. From the bandwagon fan base of America. No guarantee Alabama gonna win. The Yankees and Jorginho, the 100-year anniversary, the 99th World Series played since 1923. Forget about it. That's when you're about to legitimize every penny of the great Jorginho's contract. He is the real MVP of Major League Baseball. Ohtani's going to win American League MVP. Should win American League MVP. But it has not been the difference between making the playoffs and missing the playoffs. Other things happen outside of his control, like injuries to key players, to Mike Trout, and injury to Ohtani. But the fact is, great Jorginho, win above replacement, it has to be top 3, top 5, if not the best in Major League Baseball. They're over 500. They're under 500 without the great Jorginho. They fall apart and capitulate without Aaron James Judge. Signs of the occult are common. 23. Beast number 66. Go to the Panthers. Them boys, the 28th state, them Cowboys, at the Silver State. The Yankees defend the title of the 28th state. Houston Astros will really hate the New York Yankees. They just won 3 out of 4 games at Houston as the defending World Series champion. That's what about to go down next April, opening day. Yankees win 3 out of 4 against the Astros. Judge, authority, police, law and order, masonry. Arise to your judge. Arise to the law. Arise to Aaron Judge. Everyone will all rise. All rise will carry on great deeper meaning right here when he is the factor. He is the difference. Everyone thinks Aaron Boone is a joke. He is a joke. Is he an actor? Is he part of the script? Absolutely. I just explained to you why around the 20th, 15th minute of this live stream. But they were never ever supposed to win 50 games at the All-Star break. They're only supposed to win 49. That's why he purposely took the pitcher out. Major League Baseball games are scripted. Red Sox and the Blue Jays got red hot towards the end of the first half. Tomorrow going to be scripted as well. Oh, the Major League Baseball Network, the Baseball Tonight. The Padres going to try once more time at the trade deadline. And they traded Shohei Ohtani at the trade deadline. That's what they're about to talk about. The Yankee head coach, is he making a difference? You know, the Diamondbacks going to keep up with the Dodgers. Is it time to fire Buck Showalter? Let's be in the Mets. We're not even through an entire round of series. The fact is after one day into the MLB second half, there is too much to talk about. Too much to talk about, too much. And of course, if you were there for the first 10 minutes of the stream, the sacrificial lamb mentioned 28 times in the Bible. CD Lamb, the sacrificial lamb. So Dak Prescott, his mom and his brother. But this upcoming year is going to be a prime reason why it's a death sacrifice. They're going to win the very next season. Well, that does happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen every time. Sometimes after a key death, the tribute happens 5 years later, 7 years later, 2 years later, 3 years later. Bill Russell's going to be 2 years later. The death of Kobe, it's going to be 4 years later. It's not really about the 1 year. It's about Ty and Kobe Bryant. It's about to be 53 months later that Kingo. The pop time is about to win and tie Kobe Bryant 53 months later. Because Kobe died right before COVID. COVID is 53. King LeBron is 53. Anthony Davis is 53. So sometimes the underlying tribute happens months, years later. But Mike not gonna die. Michael Jordan not gonna die. As long as he's still the GOAT in his mind. He's not gonna die right as GOAT get up on the same time. Michael Jordan. If his mentality is what they advertise, if Michael Jordan's mentality is what they advertise, that he a killer, that he is ferocious, he is relentless, talented, gonna die right after Goat LeBron when they 6th run in his 23rd season. In Mike's mind and Michael Jordan's mind, he should still believe he's the best ever in his mind. Oh, it took 15 years for me to win 6 wins. So no, I don't think Mike is gonna die. Now if he does, we know the truth. We already know the truth with Kobe right now. That's why he died. You know he's not better than Goalkeeper LeBron. You know he's not better. Never ever debate between Kobe and Goalkeeper. Kobe's career is closer to bust right above Kevin Durant, the king of the top 10. Oh, he won without him. Shaq won without Kobe. He can't win without the real MVP. That's what's going on with Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. That's what makes sense. The poll says that over 60% say Kevin Durant is not winning any ring with Frank Vogel. Well, first of all, he's Frank Vogel. Number 2, the only thing that's stopping the Phoenix Suns now is Goalkeeper LeBron James. When Goalkeeper LeBron James moved to the Eastern Conference, then the Phoenix Suns are not going to have anything in their way. Because the only thing that's in their way right now is the GOAT. It's Goalkeeper LeBron James. And the only thing in the way of Goalkeeper LeBron James winning back-to-back is the fact that he doesn't win his first year with a new team. He never won his first year with the Heat. He never won his first year back in Cleveland. He never won his first year with the Lakers. And he's not going to win his first year in his next destination with Bronny James. And of course, the exact outcome we know to be true is the second year of Goalkeeper. It's always been that second year. That second year with the Lakers. That second year in his return with the Cavs. That second year in his first step outside of Cleveland with the Miami Heat. And about to go down again. His new team with Bronny James. The second year, his new team. His second year with Bronny James. They're going to get a team put together. The team is going to have the salary cap space. The free agents are going to be lined up. In the conspiratorial nature of the NBA, where the Cavs win the lottery for the first round pick, they're going to collude with the chosen team predetermined that's going to draft Bronny James by the numbers, by the overall draft pick, by the birthday, by the gematria Bronny's name, by Bronny James' name, by father and son, gematria father and son. The new team of Bronny James, the free agents, and Goalkeeper LeBron James, in my view, are already going to know where they're going to be all together because it's going to take some great maneuvers of the salary cap to create the space for the team that needs to be constructed. Bronny is not going to be taken by a team with a bad salary cap situation. Now, the greatest conspiracy theory of them all is that Adam Silver is a New York Knicks fan. And Goalkeeper LeBron can tie Kareem and Mike, born at New York City, at the birthplace of Kareem the Dream and Ernest Jordan. And here lies 28th, number 1, the fountain of youth, Goalkeeper LeBron. He's not tired. He's not retiring. He's not slowing down. And he keeps on going. He keeps on making adjustments. He's not stubborn. LeBron is anything but stubborn. Kobe was stubborn. He felt he needed to play every game. I admire the tenacity. I admire the determination to do whatever the hell you can to play every fucking game. That is to be admired, but is it the smartest way of going about your career? No. You have a real reason at an advanced age to take it to manage your health. Maybe if he didn't try to play every game, maybe Kobe would have never ever torn the ACL. Who knows? Who knows? Did he aggravate an existing injury that may have well could have happened? There's a reason why Greg Popovich utilized the strategy of load management to begin with. There's a reason why the Spurs dynasty extended to 2 more finals appearances to 1 more title. Load management. They're crying about the load management, but it helped extend the San Antonio Spurs. It's a big reason why LeBron is playing well. If Kobe were utilizing load management, we play a few more years. More likely, it probably is a yes. More likely than not, he does play a few more years. He doesn't aggravate an existing injury because he was playing through injuries that he already had. So because of that, he absolutely did aggravate an existing injury when he did tear his ACL. So with that being said, next year when he wins his 5th ring, like guys may be talented enough to be the top 4, but King LeBron James is the difference. Now, how are the teams going to be? How is the schedule going to be for the Lakers? They got all the tough games early on in the year last year. They had the Celtics early on. They had them in January, all that. They had the Nuggets in December, in October. They had them early on. They had the Thunder. They had some. They had the Chicago Bulls back to back. They were not a playoff team. They had the Rockets there in March, You're not a better team without LeBron James. The Lakers were able to win because they had an easier schedule in February, March, all that. It's not an excuse to take away from everything. They were playing great ball towards the second half of the year, and they have proven to be the real deal when they beat the Grizzlies and they beat the Warriors before the NBA's rigged, scripted Western Conference Finals rigged hoax. This is only the beginning. This is a rookie coach who went from 2-10 competing for a title. You can only get better at this point. Were we watching the same conference finals between the Heat and the Celtics? Celtics were kicking ass and they just stopped. They purposely stopped playing. They purposely stopped playing. It's called for like it is. It's a hoax. It's a mafia. Celtics are still the best team in the East. Who the hell are you kidding? You're not kidding anyone. When Dame Lane goes to the Heat, it'll still be as lame as ever. Don't be snorting the powder they going against Dame in the NBA Finals. No. He just may be the biggest offseason storyline in the year that LeBron James goes 5-6 in the NBA Finals. Because the first year with the new team, it never ever works out. King LeBron James, you've seen that already. Damian Lillard not going to step in and play the finals his first year with the Miami Heat, right? They have to trade a few guys, right? They have to trade a few important players. Phoenix Suns didn't win the championship the first year with Kevin Durant. They didn't win the first year with Mike Budenholzer. There is an exception. Obviously, the Toronto Raptors won the championship their first year with did bring Danny. No, he did not. He did not bring Danny. I thought he bought a Spurs teammate over to the Raptors. I call it on it. I'm not sure if he did, if he did not. Maybe I forgot. But they did win the first year at Toronto. So, yeah, there is an exception. It does never happen, but it does happen. But this is most competitive NBA ever. 5 different championships in the past 5 years. The game has never been at its highest point ever. 5 different champions, 5 different years. Among them, the biggest names in the game. Go LeBron James, Giannis the Greek God, Steph Curry, the GOAT shooter, Kawhi the Claw, trying to be the king of LA. And the choker. And now we're at the 6th year. We're at the 6th year. This streak not going to continue at 6 with 6 different winners. Let's go! LeBron number 6 is going to be 5 different winners in the next 6 years. You don't need any numbers. You don't need any stats. You don't even need any gematria. Even though the evidence cannot be any more clear how 14 connects to GOAT King LeBron time Michael Jordan, the 14 connects to Kobe's 5th ring, and GOAT 10 LeBron time his 5th ring. Business resumes. The new CBA. The new CBA. They all want to make money for each other. I just can't take you seriously if you're going to say the Lakers are not going to win. What could be the biggest boom for the NBA before a new CBA? Lakers and Celtics and bring on 12 months of negotiations until the current CBA expires in 2025. We don't even need to watch no regular season, no nothing. I don't need to watch no nothing. If Kevin Durant want to be richer for himself, if Damian Lillard want to be richer for himself, if Steph Curry want to be richer for himself, $5 million difference is still $5 million. $20 million, $33 million, that's a $5 million difference. $5 million is still $5 million. That's investment income. That is investment money. $5 million is a difference between another investment and not another investment. So don't tell me it's only $5 million. Not the way all these guys approach the game. Not the way these guys approach the CBA. Not the way these guys approach making themselves richer and richer and richer. Fact is, these guys are first and foremost businessmen, and these guys are competitive enemies second. Michael Jordan never had no rivals. He had competitive little friends who are going to let him win so he could sell sneakers across the globe. Because little clever Jew-man, David Stern, knows business, a man born at New York City. These guys only care about the money. Michael's going to make the money for the whole league. He never had any rivals. Sonic's going to lay down. Jazz going to lay down because that's what's best for business. Now, these guys are GOAT King of Haida, but these guys are trying to make the GOAT debate interesting. Mike's career is scripted. It's only scripted that LeBron does not have 6 rings. But now, how do we know last year was real? Dirk is a foreigner. He won the championship. He swept the Lakers. He beat the Heat. And now Joke is a foreigner. He swept the Lakers. He beat the Heat. It was rigged for him. It's a divide and conquer racial agenda. I'm a white man. I want the white man. Won an MVP. Oh, the great white hope won the championship. I only chose him because he's black. And then black voters, they want their white man to win MVP. It's a divide and conquer racial agenda. Oh, set up by your dear friends at Disney, at ESPN. These guys had the voters. Mark Jackson was the voter. It's all narrative for joking. Did they know what they'd be doing? It's a divide and conquer, divide the masses agenda. That's what the Illuminati had in store with this whole, because a white man with 3 MVP awards. And he won the scripted championship. Go to the bar, then boom, to attend the champion. The greatest scripted. But they don't want this guy to win those 6 rings before year 23. I have to find they fought the script. They took the script. They never ever fit no goddamn motherfucking script, homie. Stop thinking the world is out to get you. The world doesn't revolve around you. They're not out to get you. Like, fuck by the script. Just making excuses. I'm not. Oh, I'm not right because all you out to get me. You just gotta get closer and breathe to the script, and then you breathe a script all the way to the end till you reach the real script. He never ever supposed to win. No 6 rings with the Lakers. Need a complex mind process. Complex thinking process. Not the simplistic they flip the script. Why did not happen? What is the script? Why didn't I read it? Why? What is the real script? A new legacy, year 23 in the NBA. Good to done. He's still playing the highest level in the NBA at 41 years of age. He ties Kobe. He plays a few years with Bronny James and he retires. As we know, LeBron time is not cheating the game. He, as said in his press conference, he is not cheating the game. He will not cheat the game. He is always saying that he always compete for championships, and that is the mentality of a GOAT, like GOAT tap the James. He know he about to win. He knows it was rigged against him. It's rigged against him when they had the Kevin Durant, the Warriors, and rigged against them. Rigged against them when you had the foreigners, the international fans, have the Spurs beat the GOAT game, the top time, one time. Just think about it. GOAT LeBron, he's the GOAT. When he scored 36 points against the Thunder, that team he won his first round. His greatest championship was when he became he didn't become 3-6 in the finals, but he still joined when he 3-6 in the NBA finals, the Lakers 36, Cavaliers 36. So go Kilabate, he can easily wins 7, 8, 9, 10 rings already. But this is not a pure sport. This is an entertainment product, and you have to manufacture rivalries. The Warriors goalkeeper rivalry, the David versus Goliath, and you need to have the Kevin Durant, the top 2 player, to stop goalkeeper. This is why this man is not finished. And just think about it for a second. It's Tim Duncan, number 21. Number 21. In his 21st season, he tied number 21. You see, it's not just about Kobe, but it's also about Tim Duncan. Because isn't he a legend too? He's won more finals MVPs than Kobe, right? I'm just saying. Imagine going back to early years with a Shaq in his prime. That's what Kobe had. Now imagine Kobe with Anthony Davis. I want to be traded. Isn't it America that took time and got time with everything that's happened with Anthony Davis is not the man to trade? Has he ever gone 6 for 24 in NBA Finals Game 7? This man said he wanted to die young. This man said he wanted to die young because he now don't care the Potter. He would easily be the GOAT right now if it not rehearsed. If it not scripted. Mike has to be God. He has to be Moloch. It is Moloch worship. It is. No ball is more of a feminine man than Mike can ever dream of being. Some things just matter more. There are a lot of scum out there who don't think that being a good person matters. Oh, shit, he don't tell us I want to be like Mike. Mike is a sellout. They call LeBron Chinaman. Michael Jordan is Chinaman too. Why don't they ever call Mike Chinaman? You have an agenda against Goat Cat the Putter. And as you guys know, the Kobe element with Kevin Durant is obvious. Their careers are an exact parallel. Kobe can't win without Shaq. Shaq won without Kobe. Kobe can't win without Shaq. The famous rap song 2007, 2008, Shaq says, Kobe, tell me how my house tastes. Oh, yeah, Kobe, tell me how my house tastes. It's about Big J. It's about Big J. Everything else, Kobe, tell me how my house tastes. Kobe, you can't do without me. Yeah, Kobe, you can't do without me. Yeah, Kobe, tell me how my house tastes. Yeah, you can't do without me. Yeah, you can't do without me. Oh, yeah, you can't do without me, everybody. Kobe, tell me how my house tastes. You see, Kobe did win without Shaq, even after he lost against the Celtics. Kevin Durant is going to be great for my tongues. Oh, hell no, Jesus. Go Calabunta. In his last 3 years, they made it just win the championship in the only year that anyone other than Goat the Pop is going to win a championship at the end of Goat the Pop's career. Goat the Pop with the Lakers, Matt Phoenix and Goat the Pop and the Goat the Pop. They won the 600. They carry their iron when they win. He'll already be saying, I don't need no defense, I need offense. Oh my God. It's an agenda, isn't it? It's an agenda. You have Bradley Beal, you have Devin Booker, you have Frank Vogel. Why is it that they don't think Kevin Durant's going to win a championship for the Phoenix Suns? He will win a championship with the Phoenix Suns. Now, wouldn't that be a fairy tale if DeAndre Ayton all of his criticism, wins the championship with the Phoenix Suns, that they don't replace this guy, that they say, oh, we're going to. Frank Vogel, he turned around Roy Hibbert. Frank Vogel turned around Roy Hibbert. If he turns around Roy Hibbert, it is never, ever over with DeAndre Ayton. We don't know what has happened yet. Did Monty Williams not want to work with the guy, or was he lazy and wanted to stay up late and play video games and not be a professional, paid millions and millions of dollars that the poor starving kid in Africa get dream? I want to be like you, and I will do everything I can to play at the highest level in the game. There still is a chance DeAndre Ayton can be resurrected. But LeBron and Anthony Davis, that is just too much. In Austin and Hachimura, the guys did well bringing back core pieces back to the league. Maybe the difference maker is D'Angelo Russell. Kevin Durant is winning a championship in the year of the snake, the last championship for the state of Arizona. The Arizona Diamondbacks, the year of the snake, 2025. Their mid-finals, the Phoenix Suns get their job done. I'll be wearing my bright orange Calvin Klein shirt and my purple blazer. I wear the yellow and purple, the purple and gold for King Goat LeBron James. You see, after King Goat LeBron James, the Lakers are done. I'll just give the final to my cousin, who was basically, they were in LA. My aunt went to Santa Barbara. They live in LA. My cousin is a Laker fan. Oh, the Kobe, I ain't Kobe going up, and then Kobe Bryant wins championship over Mike sorry ass Mike, that Tony loser ass scum ass loser pussy play no defense. Phoenix Suns. Finally, not a cold. It is a cold day in hell. Finally. Well, I think GOAT LeBron needs to go to the Knicks and show Kevin Durant what he failed to do is be the Lord and send you to New York City. And they'll still make excuses for Kevin Durant when he wins the championship. Because David Montgomery. I believe they'll still make excuses for Kevin Durant even when he wins the championship for the Phoenix Suns. That's just me. I know that they make this guy out to be Superman, but with his knees, they may make excuses. Now, will Devin Booker be the leading scorer? Maybe. Who is going to make the timely shots in the fourth quarter? Could still be Kevin Durant. Is Devin Booker going to be a better passer? That's what he needs to work on with the real coach, Frank Vogel. He needs to be a real passer. I know he needs to pass the ball and impact the game by passing it to the open space. And then once the defense floods to the open space, then they can pass the ball back to Devin Booker. That is what Devin Booker needs more work on. Is having more trust in his teammates. That weakness right there is what makes GOAT King LeBron James the GOAT. I think Kevin Durant has done a better job passing the ball than Devin Booker. But you can't just shoot the ball 40 times a game. You got to pass the ball to the teammates as the defense floods to the open space. As you trust your teammates, as they are making the shots, they will pass the ball back to you when the defense is flooding to this open space that you're passing to your teammates. Gotta have elite, top-notch basketball IQ. Maybe Devin Booker's going to learn right after he loses the GOAT to LeBron James. But Frank Vogel is the real ass deal. The only thing that was in his way with the Pacers was the top 10. There's no, remember, Kawhi Leonard, he was a draft pick for the Pacers. He got sent over to the Spurs. So there's never, ever any Kawhi Leonard against Indiana. That was the psyop back then. That was the psyop there back in 2013, 2014 for the GOAT, King LeBron hater all the way back 10 years ago. Kawhi, you're trade for Indiana. Yeah, you can go up against Frank Vogel. There, guys, are going to beat the Miami Heat. But you see, the Pacers had a great team. But the only thing that was in the way was the GOAT. Don't care about time. Because that was when Paul George. Ohtani, I think, is going to lose tomorrow. I think the Astros are going to win. These guys already have lined up what they're going to talk about in the post-game show. I swear to God. We'll see if the whole script comes to fruition or if we read. Well, we'll get every game tomorrow or, hey, Ohtani's MVP, beat the Astros. This is not a real ass day without the New York media hunting for blood, for Buck Showalter to be fired. Can you imagine that? Apple TV, Dodgers, Mets. Is this guy about to be fired? Justin Verlander. It is the Mets we're talking about. I swear to God. It is the Mets we're talking about. No guarantee he leaves, but he's not going to the Yankees. He will not go to the Yankees. Now, baseball are such a fugazi. And they would just put out their intentions out in the open. The Dodgers bring in Ohtani and he goes up against Judge in the World Series. Can you believe this garbage? If they do make that happen, my God, they'll make it so obvious. But the Dodgers even thinking about Ohtani. Where does Ohtani want to go? You want to stay in the West Coast? You want to stay with the Asians, all that? What is his intentions? I have no clue. But does he want to go to New York? Does he want to play with the loser Mets? Is a billionaire going to buy for Ohtani to win World Series? I mean, these are the kind of questions we have to ask for. But is this guy going to join Aaron Judge? Baseball would say it's a bad idea. Not even Major League Baseball wants him to go to the Yankees. Seems like Dodgers, Mets, and Padres. Ohtani and Soto against Great Latino. Good ideas. Mad ideas. Mad idea. So the question is, it's too early to tell, but I think this guy going to lose against the Astros tomorrow. And we'll see how the D-backs do against the Blue Jays. I have no clues on the mound tomorrow for the D-backs and the Blue Jays. So I don't know. The Blue Jays are weak-ass pitching. Manoa is had a bad year for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays, it doesn't matter how many bumpers you got in the lineup. You ain't got no pitching. You ain't got no elite bullpen. You are fucked. Try being the batter's box in Major League Baseball. You'll be hell. You don't know how to hit stuff that moves so much when it gets to the end of the strike zone. Cody Bellinger. His dad played with the Yankees. Clay Bellinger and Joe Torre. Bellinger is going to hammer the Dodgers in the World Series. If he goes to the Yankees, Atlanta, you're fucked. You're cooked. Spot your league-leading record. They'll batter the White Sox tomorrow. It don't matter. These guys are cooked. The guys are cooked. Starting rotation is good. If you want to be the big giant beast, big giant cracking massive from the sea, you bring in another starting pitcher. If you want to give the rest of the league hell, But you gotta have an element of competition. So they're not getting another starting pitcher. I think Cortez is gonna be back. Cortez, he never threw that many innings. He's gonna fall off the cliff. You see, the Yankees are ready to write Nestor Cortez off the cliff. But what if it's load management with Nestor Cortez? What if they're faking an injury with this guy? What if he got hurt last year because he got tired in the second half of the year? What if they're faking injury so they can manage his load for the entire, not the 162 game season, but for the whole regular and postseason? I think they can fake an injury with Nestor Cortez. Now, he's not pitching well. Was it because of an injury? We'll find out. But I think they're managing the load. I have no doubt this dude is the real deal. I find it suspicious how early in the game he got thrown out in Game 4 against the Astros. I mean, it seemed like it was kind of scripted. Now, he threw 59 innings. Dodger Stadium is Camacho 59. Nestor Cortez from Cuba, from Florida. Oh, Yankees, Marlins. Well, Derek Jeter wasn't with the Marlins. It's Giancarlo Stanton that did play with the Marlins, but Giancarlo is also a Dodger fan. So, the Marlins I'm not going to ignore. I do like the Marlins to win against the Orioles. I do like the Marlins to be in the playoffs because, Miami Miracle Magic. Heat the finals. Marlins in the playoffs, so the Marlins will still be in there. But to me, Justin Verlander on the mound. Maybe the Mets might think it's interesting before the Subway Series, right before my birthday, July 25, July 26. My birthday on the 27th. The Yankees need to win both games and show these little mutts how they'll always be the second-rate team. The only way they'll ever hate the Mets is if the Mets beat the Yankees World Series. That's the only way that Yankees will ever hate the Mets. So if the billionaire Cohen, if he beats the Yankees World Series, that'll be the Yankee Sox of the decade of the 2020s. So the 3-0 comeback, all that, what have you. They can always, and to me, even if the Mets do win a World Series against the Yankees, I mean, Yankees already beat the Mets World Series. So what? 1-1, you each won against each other. So, but the Mets will never stop barking about that because they're such inferior little bastards. And they just keep on spending the money. But the Dodgers and the Braves have better minor league systems than the Mets. So the Mets are... Billionaire thinks he can buy it all, but it's not going to work well. Scherzer is 38 years of age. It's not good. You can't find this guy. He's 30 years of age. Verlander won the World Series already. He's just playing for the paycheck. These kind of things matter. That's something Brian Cashman would do. I mean, buy a guy at 30 years of age. Give him all the money. That's what the Mets are doing. Something Brian Cashman would do. But the Yankees are the top bullpen. Analytics has been doing well for the bullpen, but for the home run approach, swing for the fences, all this, they need a real hitting coach. I feel that tomorrow, this guy has a chicken parmesan dinner, and his minor league teammates can tell him what the hell is going on, and this bonehead Dylan Brooks has no fucking clue. He's not just a scapegoat. Well, Shea Casey is friends with Boone, but he's better qualified than the prior guy before. So that will make a difference. And Sean Casey's from New Jersey. His family are Yankees. He says it's a failure if they don't win the World Series. He came out and said, we're about winning. And his family are Yankee fans. This guy is committed to the purpose. Even if Gallo was a diehard Yankee, he's still a squab. It don't matter. But he was never, ever good. No one will. but we know that is some beast-ass pitching. When Cortez comes back, he is going to blow up the competition. Rodon pitched well. He is going to get the fucking win at the place where the Nuggets won the championship. The New York Giants, the Yankees beat in Babe Ruth's first championship. Judge said no to the Giants. Rodon came from the Giants. He gets the first fucking win of the second half of the year. It's 99 World Series later. The number of, it's not 99 years. It's not 99 years from 1923. It's 99 World Series later. Because there was no World Series because of 1994, because of players strike. So we have to go off of World Series later instead of 99 years later. So that's what we learned. Dusty Baker was part of the Dodgers Yankee Civil War documentary because he played for the Dodgers. He lost the Yanks. I think he was part of the 1981 team that beat the New York Yankees in 1981. Dusty Baker, the defending World Series champion. New York against LA in the World Series. This kid that they got on the mound for the Dodgers, what is his name? He was up against Francis of the Astros, but this guy that the Dodgers called up he is a big-time pitcher. Because don't forget that Trevor Bauer with this domestic abuse, but they have brought up a real pitcher into the big leagues who was walloping his competition. I forgot the name, but I guarantee you, if I see his name, this guy elite, Emmett Sheehan. This guy has been nasty to start out his major league career. Okay, his ERA jumped up to 4, but he was still, he got a win over the Astros. It was that game against the Pirates that his ERA went up from 2 to 4, but New York, Emmett Sheehan, he must have some nasty stuff. That guy from the Dodgers is for real. He's from New York. He pitching for the Dodgers. That's the young kid. They got the Yankees. Clark Schmidt is pitching better. He's not in the bullpen now. He's a starting pitcher towards the back of the starting rotation because Cortez and Cole and Rodon and perfect game, Domingo Germán, he ball up to the Chicago Cubs. I mean, it's going to be pitching that's going to carry the New York Yankees to the postseason. With one swing in the back, Aaron Judge, with the number one bullpen, the starting pitchers. The starting pitching in the number one bullpen is going to carry you. But when the offense is stuttering and you need one swing of the bat with the runner at second and third base, with the runner at first and third base, Aaron Judge in one swing of bat, his WAR rating for the playoffs is going to be bomb. Yankees going to strike out. They're going to pop out, swinging for the fence. Maybe it'll change for Sean Casey. Maybe they'll bomb that ball down the line, down the first and third line, between the gaps in left field and right field. But something tells me Brian Cashman, this analytics is still going to stay, and Greg Tortino is going to bam for the home run, for the left field, right field fence. This guy's going to be hitting 2-3 run home runs, grand slams. And the Yankees win because they have the number one bullpen, and when their starting rotation is fully healthy, which it is not yet, even with Rodon back, Cortez is going to get back. They're load managing him. They're concerned about him being tired throughout all full season, so they're load managing him right now. That's what they be doing. But when he's all rested after a month or so, load managing the great left arm of Nasty Nestor. And he comes back and they win the World Series. Yankees win. Yankees win. And these Yankee fans start chirping and barking. And they win 3 out of 4 against Houston next year. Now they're starting to hate the Yankees. The evil empire truly back. And Aaron Boone, as bad as he is just a scripted actor. He's a scripted actor. He's going to make all the right moves in the playoffs. Going to make all the right moves. Because now it's a time to flip the script. In the 6th year, Aaron Judge, the 6th life, and he's a 15-6. And this is great Jorginho's. This is his 6th year with Aaron Boone. It's 6 years, 1 title, 61 home runs. That's why the 5 didn't work out. But now the 6 will work this time. A team with Joel Torre did win 88 games, and they did win the World Series. Now, they were dominating, not 103 wins, because George Herman wrote this 103, and they did win 103 games the first year in the new Yankee Stadium. And, yeah, they did win because, hey, the house at Ruth built into the new stadium, win the first year of the New York Yankees. But now the great Jorginho, he had 13 years without winning. I don't care if the Braves have the better pitching, all that, the better lineup. The Dodgers got rid of some faces. They got rid of Max Scherzer. They got rid of Cody Bellinger, but it don't matter. Because the Yankees-Dodgers Uncivil War has 119 going with the 119 World Series. And the baseball is losing money. They need the Yankees and the Dodgers this year. Maybe they can have Garrett Cole against Blake Snell next year. Maybe they can have Judge against Soto next year. Garrett Cole against Blake Snell. Blake Snell is balling. He will not be traded from the Padres. The Padres are going to shore up. They're going to get rid of Yu Darvish. They're going to shore up that team. The Padres will be in the World Series next year. I'll be driving to San Diego next year for the Padres. I swear to God, you better be seeing it. I want to go to San Diego next year in October. They gotta insult the Astros. It's too much of a coincidence to me that the Yankees open up the year against the Astros, a team that's won 2 World Series, that's been in the World Series one other time. Against the Astros in 2019. And no, the Braves beat the buck-ass Houston Astros. The Braves did. Well, I still like the Astros. I believe they have to beat the Angels tomorrow. I don't care about Ohtani and all that. I got to go with the Astros because the Astros got to show that they are serious about winning another World Series championship. And by winning the AL West, and the Yankees are an underdog against the Houston Astros. Getting swept, Yankees are the underdog. They will absolutely beat the Astros, and they're going to beat them 3 out of 4 times. I will book my flight ticket to Houston for opening day for all 4 games. And I will fly back, and in my hometown of the Phoenix metropolitan area, April 1st, April 3rd, the Yankees are facing off against the D-backs at Chase. The D-backs will be a playoff team. D-backs will be in the playoffs. Zach Gallen is good. Corbin Carroll has been a beast. The Yankees face off against the D-backs at Chase April 1, April 3rd. After 4 games at Houston, 4-1, 4-2, Diamondbacks 42. I already know we're going to beat the Astros 3 out of 4 times. for opening day. And, it is, to me, it's not a certainty that the Yankees beat the Astros, beat the Padres in the World Series. I mean, who's to say that the Padres lose next year and the Padres win 2025? Well, let me tell you, if the Padres lose in 2024, they're going to win in 2025. They're not going to trade away Soto. They're not going to trade away Blake Snell. They're going to keep pieces together. But Yu Darvish is going to get battered tomorrow. They have to get rid of that guy. He is not. He pitched Game 7 and he lost. Oh, what? Yeah. Yu Darvish lost Game 7 against the Astros. He's not going to win. I'm sure the Padres wanted this guy because of his World Series experience, but Yu Darvish, he's an average pitcher. He's not going to do well. So you go kung fu now, you. You ain't the hot shit now, you Darvish. You're not going to do well. Now, it's all this repeat stuff. Yankees Padres is going to happen. So, hey, I don't think next year yet. National League, American League winners, but boom, all together. I'm not going to latch on the bullets on the Yankees to go for a repeat, because the Padres, Padres, we won the World Series, the Padres, revenge for 1998, all that, Bob Melvin, Yankee catcher, I think now we're starting to see right now is the 28 runs and 14 runs for the Yankees and the Padres. They're going to face off in next year's World Series. The Yankees and the Dodgers had 28 runs and 14 for each team. So even though the Dodgers are weaker, this kid, Shamit, whatever, from New York City, he's a real deal. He may go up against the Yankees. He may be pitched at New York. Maybe the Dodgers win the game with him on the mound at New York. But Garrett Cole going to win back at home. They're over by Newport Beach. Garrett Cole going to clinch the World Series for the Yankees. He's the 28th overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft. The script is all there for the Yankees. To me, Aaron Judge being 15-6 life path. To me, the 6th year of Aaron Boone. The fuck-ass script is in for the fuck-ass Yankees to win. They're looking like a fuck-ass joke on purpose because the Mafia is a joke. Yankees are Aaron Judge not coming back. I mean, it's crazy. Even the fans on WFAN, the New York, New Jersey channel, they don't think Aaron Judge's coming back. So even if the New York Yankee fans don't think Aaron Judge's coming back, the fans from Connecticut and New York and New Jersey, they don't think Aaron Judge's coming back. What are the Yankee haters going to think now? That Aaron Judge's not coming back? Well, he said he is about, he's not the side player. He's not the side player no more. There's a reason why we call him the Great Georgino. I swear to God. Does he go out at 31 in the Camacho calculator? Let me find out. Oh, the masses are a joke. We know Kevin Durant's going to win a championship for the Suns, right? Right? We know LeBron win for the Lakers. We know Kevin Durant going to win. They think Kevin Durant not going to win no more. They thought this guy was going to win, and now, no, Kevin Durant not going to win no more. He's going to win. He's not going to win no more. But I was always settled on 1 year for Kevin Durant. But hey, Suns are going to get a better bench. They're going to add even more pieces after next year's offseason. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Great Georgino is Camacho under 31 RBIs last year. He didn't win the World Series last year, but the legend of Great Georgino coming back from injury. I mean, we're not dick sucking this guy. He got to perform in the postseason, but is he very valuable to the New York Yankees? Yes, he is. Because the record is 14-17 since he came out with injury. Brian Cashman and the Hal Steinbrenner regime, this guy would be a legend if he even wins one title with this dysfunctional, garbage-ass organization. I mean, they're mediocre. I'll probably pick the Yankees over the Padres. I think there's still room for a scenario where the Padres win 2025. But if Aaron Boone is born at San Diego at La Mesa, California, at San Diego County, something may be scripted for Aaron Boone to win a back-to-back championship. So, Aaron Boone can win 2 World Series championships and you get a 6-year contract. Can you imagine that? 2 years when the Yankees win, Aaron Boone can lose a fuck-ass Mets. I mean, you're talking about possibilities. Bryce Harper is probably going to win with the Phillies. And Bryce Harper has the same kind of contract as Gerrit Cole. So if Gerrit Cole wins a championship, then Bryce Harper will win at some point. He will. I mean, he has Brian Cashman, he has Hal Steinbrenner, and he has a puppet of a manager who doesn't make any decisions, but only listens to an analytics department. Every team is set up that way. Dave Roberts is a puppet who listens to the Dodgers analytics team. The Tampa Bay Rays manager. Who was it? Blake Snell pitched with the Rays. Yeah, and then he decides to take him out of the game. He's balling. He goes, third time around the lineup. You can't put him around the third time in the lineup because that's what analytics say. You can't put the starting pitcher to the third time in the lineup no matter how well he's bowling in the game. That's what he did with Domingo Germán in the last game before the All-Star break. But suddenly, he makes all of the right calls there in 2020. He makes all the right calls in this postseason now. And he took Gerrit Cole out of the game. The bases loaded last year. And now suddenly he trusts his players. He trusts his players. Now your size has changed now because all the script going to fit well for him now. Let's talk about the podcast. It's going strong here at minute 42, minute 43. Going well. A lot to talk about. Obviously, baseball is the talk of the hour at the current moment. No NFL right now, but never ever too early to talk about NFL schedule. Now, the real question is why didn't the Yankees win last year? Well, it's just a matter of interpretation. It's currently before, after. They don't win 13 years later because Philadelphia 13 colonies, LA 13. 13 full seasons without winning. Year 14, that's when they win. So it's a matter of interpretation. Dusty Baker did win his World Series, so it was all revolved around Dusty last year. To me, the biggest reason why they didn't win last year, is he going to leave the Yanks? Is he going to leave? The Yankees may be doing this. How are we going to leave the Yanks? I mean, if he wins a World Series title, then he can leave and make a lot of money, whatever, but if he doesn't win the championship, Aaron hasn't won the World Series, you leave. The Yankees done. That's the biggest takeaway from last year. But to me, Aaron Boone is 14-5 light path. He's a puppet. It doesn't matter if the Yankees win. He's still a joke. He's garbage. It doesn't matter if the Yankees win. He's a joke. It don't matter. I can fully expect the team to lose in 2024 by easily. The Camacho repeat 29, Soto is 25, 2025 World Series. I mean, you're talking about possibilities. I know if the Yankees win the World Series this year, I'm going Padres and Yankees for the NL and the pennants. Just for the pennants. Never mind the World Series winner. But then again, are we thinking too hard? Aaron Boone is born at La Mesa, California. Nothing beats the old boss. George Steinbrenner is an iconic American. Nothing beats. I don't want to say they magically start to hit. I mean, Sean Casey is hit 300. He has far more experience in the Major League Baseball batter's box than this fuck ass. I don't think Dylan Lawson has stepped in a minor league batter's box. I mean, this is such a revolutionary move. This is not a scapegoat move. They say it's a scapegoat move because they think the team is not good. But analytically, they are told purposely to swing early in the count because 0-2, 1-2 counts. They don't put those muddy base runners, many runs. You gotta swing early in the count. I mean, these guys are predetermined. They're not allowed to react naturally as athletes. They've been told to swing early in the count, no matter if it's a ball or a strike. That's what's been happening last year. So we don't want to get behind in the count. Analytics says when you get behind 1-2 in the count, you're going to get it out. But how well has that strategy been working, really? Sean Casey, in his quotes to the media, said he needs to tailor each batter to their individual strengths. Now, this guy is qualified. This guy can break down individual player batting stances very well. I don't see him often in Major League Baseball Network, but he knows what he's doing. And he's breaking down film of the players in Major League Baseball Network. He's doing the same thing with the New York Yankees. The passion, the heart, and determination is there. His family is New York Yankees fans. He has said it's a failure if they don't win the World Series. This dude is the right guy to do it. Now, did he get the job because of nepotistic relations? Yes, because he knew Aaron Boone from 6 years with the Cincinnati Reds. Even though he didn't know Aaron Boone, even though it may seem nepotistic on the surface, he still is far more qualified than any... he is far more qualified than Dylan Lawson, let's say that. But the most ideal candidate is Paul O'Neill and Bernie Williams. But is Sean Casey qualified for the job? Does he live and breathe the New York Yankees? Yes, because it runs in the family. So it's still going to work out. I think it is. Volpe had no faith in Dylan Lawson. He needed a chicken parmesan dinner. He needed some minor league teammates to tell him what was going on. It didn't take Dylan Lawson. It took the minor league friends of Anthony Volpe to tell him what the fucking hell was going wrong. Love or hate the Yankees, this team was not being coached at all from the batter's box. And it just seems too good to be true. The Nuggets won the championship at Denver. The Yankees could be the next male sports team to win the championship. He had no clue what he was doing, Dylan Lawson. And now suddenly, at hitters-friendly Coors Field, where DJ LeMahieu used to play for the Rockies, it seems too real to be true, but I believe the Yankees are easily going to score 5 runs for each of the three games. Maybe one game may score 4, but no doubt about it, at least 2 games they're scoring 3 runs. Now, No doubt about it. It's only the Rockies. It's only the Rockies. And they got to see how they do against some real competition. But they won 2 out of 3 against the A's. The Rockies are not that good. It's going to be easy 2-win, 3-win series. And the trade deadline is coming up. It's not the Yankees are going to break out. If they beat the Rockies, maybe it's just the stadium. It's just, the ball travels so hard at Coors Field, and the Rockies are not that good to begin with. But then the Angels are sputtering, and Trout he has not played at all. And if the Yankees get the Angels after that and they win both games or 1 out of 1, whatever, because some fluke game thing can happen in baseball. So fluke thing can happen. They could be 4-2 or something like that. But then back at home, they get the Royals for 3 games, and then they face off against the Mets. I think the Yankees get to batter the Mets before my motherfucking god-fuck-ass birthday, and Buck Showalter's going to be fired. They spent all the money more than the Yankees. I mean, doesn't excuse Brian Cashman, but you need a real minor league system to win. The Dodgers have done well with their starting pitchers. They've done well. They've actually done a good job of sending minor leaguers to the big leagues, and same thing with the Braves. Now, the Mets, that's where they're completely out. They just want to throw around a lot of money, and they're going to win the big leagues. But, Tampa Bay Rays, with their bad payroll, they made it to the 2020 World Series. So you need a win for the analytics department. And the Mets are not going to throw around a lot of money until they start to prioritize the minor league system. Because obviously it's not been working well for the Mets right now. We need Scherzer to bring us to the World Series now. Sorry, 30 years of age, won the championship with the Nationals. He won his ring already. He may be making millions of dollars. He may be motivated by millions of dollars. He won't give a fuck about what the fans in New York say. But how does Garrett Cole want to be remembered? As a failure? He didn't even win with the Astros. His legacy's on the line, amigo. Garrett Cole didn't win with the Astros. He hasn't won with the Yankees yet. This guy is incentivized to win the championship. But is Verlander incentivized to win a championship? Excuse me. Max Scherzer, is he incentivized to win? He already won with the Nationals. He won a title. There was an underdog team. Garrett Cole hasn't won. He didn't win with the Astros. He hasn't won with the Yankees yet. His family are Yankee fans. That makes a difference. Even if Verlander's with the Yankees last year, he wouldn't have won. But I think Cashman didn't want him because he thought the resources says we need to have a top home run hitting lineup. I mean, the Yankees are top 5 in home runs, but they have no business being 28th in batting average. Now, it's a fucking coincidence, right, that they're 28th in batting average. I mean, use your fucking brain, right? I mean, Rob Manfred must know something. If the Yankees can be traveling to the 28th state union, to me, it's not, it begins the World Series title at the Astros. It's the Yankee bandwagon is flooding the ticket prices. These guys are greedy-ass motherfuckers. The Astros, if they make it to the ALCS and the Yankees beat them in the ALCS, the Astros think, we're going to win again. The Astros get a big signing or something. But then the Yankees, if they win the World Series, the demand to see the Yankees and insult these fucking hoes from Houston, man. And the Astros think they're getting the star pitcher or something to win another championship. This is one way where Major League Baseball can maximize the money from a Yankees-Astros opening day. These guys will motherfucking hate the Yankees. It won't surprise me to see the Yankees beat the Astros 2 times. If the Yankees beat the Astros and win the World Series, it's not who's your daddy. It's not even who's your daddy if the Yankees win 3 out of 4 against the Astros in the opening day series. It will only be who's your daddy if the Yankees beat the Astros 2 straight postseasons in the playoffs. That's the only way where we get who's your daddy. And believe me, if the Yankees beat the Padres next year, the Houston Astros are back to being inferior. That'd be an epic chapter for the Yankees-Astros rivalry. The Yankees-Astros rivalry has to continue because Rob Manfred deems it to continue. I don't think right now is the right time to do an analysis of the World Series ratings, but they've taken a dive. 2016 was a great year, but every year since 2009 has been low in ratings. I think last year hasn't been really great in ratings. We'll get to that point in October because Great Virginia was about to take up. Now, Padres are not going to trade Soto. They will not. Soto has to stay with the Padres, so we get, New York, San Diego, East Coast, West Coast. Dodgers don't get another shot at the Yankees like they did under the documentary The Yankees Dodgers on Civil War, because much of the documentary was focused on Reggie Jackson playing under the pressure of New York City. New York City had lots of violent crime in the 1970s. New York, the Yankees kind of kept things civil for New York City. The Yankees beat the Dodgers back-to-back years, and the Dodgers won 1981. Now, what I loved about the documentary was that it didn't even cover anything about the 1981 World Series. For a split 30, 60, 90 seconds, it just said, the Yankees lost to the Dodgers. But it went game by game in the 1977-1978 World Series. So it was really breaking down the years that the Yankees beat the Dodgers. It was only a quick 90 seconds on the 1981 World Series. Reggie Jackson worked for the Astros. Mickey Mantle died at Houston, I think it was. You're right about that. So he has 6 rings. Reggie Jackson won 5 rings as a player, and he did win. He must have collected a ring as an advisor for the Astros. He won 3 rings with the A's because they were a dynasty in the early 1970s, and Reggie Jackson, he won 2 rings with the Yankees. Reggie Jackson was far more clutch than Alex Rodriguez was during his Yankee career. Reggie Jackson, he was Mr. October. He was far better than Alex Rodriguez. I grew up under Alex Rodriguez. He was a 1-year wonder in 2009. He's a joke. Alex Rodriguez had his own clubbies in the clubhouse. He did not stand for the Yankee way. His first year in 2004, the Red Sox won the pennant. Now, that's not a coincidence. They knew what he was like as a person before he joined the Yankees. Aaron Judge will easily eclipse everything that the biracial demon fraud Alex Rodriguez did. This guy's a 1-year fluke, first year under the new stadium, okay? Everybody in New Jersey and Connecticut and New York hates him. My family in New York and New Jersey hates him for good reason, because he's not a real Yankee. And Joe Torre goes into detail about his own club. He's all that in his book, The Yankee Years, detailing the Yankee dynasty. Derek Jeter was a smart man. He stayed single as a millionaire. He didn't give up half of his assets. Derek Jeter is a very smart man. He's married to Anna Davis today. I think he has 2 or 3 kids, whatever. think one of the best decisions that Jeter has made is he stayed focused on his playing career. He didn't get divorced and give up half of his assets. He's a smart man. He's from New Jersey. He grew up in Michigan, but he had his grandparents in New Jersey. This guy's a real Yankee. It doesn't work out for every Yankee, as we see where, Joey Gallo, he's still hitting under 200 with the Twins. Didn't matter. But Sean Casey is a career 300 hitter in the major league, in the major leagues. He is certainly qualified for the job. I'm not going to cynically say that he was a Aaron Boone hire, because that's ridiculous in the first place. Bob Cashman and Aaron Boone, they allowed this guy doing Lawson to be hired. So Aaron Boone sucks. Doesn't matter if the Yankees win the World Series. He's a joke. He's a puppet. He just abides by the script that Major League Baseball gives to him. He still is a puppet. I don't care if Girardi failed with the Phillies. I just, the chemistry that he had with the with the baby boomers. Joe Girardi won a World Series championship in his first year. Let me take that back. Girardi, he had a deadweight roster in 2008. He finished in third place. But with a revamped roster, he won the World Series. Boone had lost 15-1 the Red Sox. He lost in the AL wild card in the Red Sox. He got swept by the Astros. That's not the standard that the Yankees have to be. But Rob Manfred, Brian Cashman, and Aaron Boone, these guys are collaborating. The Yankees want to be known to be geniuses in the analytics department. It doesn't matter if they win the World Series. We'll be looking back at the time that you got swept by the Astros, by the time that you lost 15-1 to the Red Sox, at the time that you lost 6-2 to the Red Sox in the AL wildcard game. Just thinking about it, I'll do both because I believe in pragmatism and I've learned my lesson to not put your eggs in one basket. But to me, if Aaron Boone is made to look out to be a big idiot, which right now he's a big idiot, if he wins back-to-back World Series titles, if he beats the Padres at La Mesa, California, at San Diego County. Aaron Boone is from San Diego County. You don't keep a guy like this for 6 years to make it to be look like a stupid idiot. The 74 pitches and all that. Major League Baseball is rigged. The managers rigged the decisions. He's not fired because they're planning on that one fucking year he wins. Or the 2 years he wins. Because, he's manager for life. Major League Baseball, they can say it's bad for business if the Yankees win every year. But if Aaron Boone wins back-to-back, we give Dodgers 2 rings. You can't fire him because he won 2 rings. It is collusion at work. Even if the Padres lose to the Yankees, I think Bob Melvin's going to be fine. I think he's going to win because I think Soto's going to win multiple rings with a different organization. If it wasn't rigged, why is not Boone fired yet? because they already know when he's going to win. Doesn't mean I'll ever support that guy. There's no better way to legitimize making Boone manager for life. If you win back-to-back titles and you give this guy a 10-year contract or something, and it's, he's the Messiah who gave us 2 rings. Gerard only won 1 with Sabathia and Rodriguez and Melky Cabrera. The Yankees have to be the talk of the hour. They made it to the freaking Final Four of Major League Baseball last year. These guys are smart cynics. If they know that if Nestor Cortez hasn't had the prior experience of throwing 200 innings, must fake an injury, he only throws 100 innings. It is a plausible conspiracy theory that should hold a lot of weight. Boone should be fired. He should still be fired. I told my family in New Jersey, if he wins the World Series, he should still be fired. But, it's a fugazi. It's a joke. It's a fugazi. It's a joke. They're going to legitimize why he should still be around the Yankees. He's just a puppet is what he is. He's a puppet. The last game is proof. The guy threw the perfect game. German threw 74 pitches, and he's not given another inning. He's a puppet. It's the occultic sick. Exactly. 5 World Series titles, 6 World Series title. Judge, 6 life path. Yes. Got to add insult to injury to the Astro fans when we're traveling to Houston as World Series champions. Got to have a rivalry. Can't be one-sided. 2019, 2022. It's no longer one-sided. No, it's only one time. Wait till 2024. We're going to beat you there. We're going to face you again. We'll find out if Major League Baseball is like the NBA, because I think it's existential. It is a matter of existential crisis. I'm not fighting the right wars. But when you go from being swept by the Astros to beating them, win the World Series, that's an underdog scoreline. I mean, Dave Roberts, Davis Camacho, 32-14. Yankees win 14 years later. Yankees improved 3-2 against the Dodgers in the World Series since the Yankees were in New York and when the Dodgers moved to LA. So there's that. We are America. This is fucking America. We are the Yankees. These Europeans, these Slavics, they insult us by calling us fucking Yankees. Yo, you're just a bloody fucking ignorant Yank. We're fucking American. Do you love your country? Do you support America? The Chicanos want to root for Mexico against the United States, which I've no fucking clue why. America gave them a better fucking life than Mexico. This is politically incorrect, but America gave you a better life than Mexico, but you're rooting for Mexico over the United States. I mean, I don't get that at all. I'm a soccer hooligan. I'm a football hooligan. But the United States is giving you a better life than America. You want to root for Mexico? I mean, get the fuck out of here, man. This is America. Stop being a fucking America hater. I sound like a right winger, but I mean, this is the thing that gets me, is that America is giving you far more than your homeland. I mean, many Italians live poor that they cannot afford a Juventus match. Even my dad says so. So America must have given me a better life than Italia, but we're Northern Italia. We're the industrialized countries of Italia. But let me say this: if the Italian national team go up against the United States, even though I love Italia, I want them to win the World Cup and the Euro, I still want the best for the United States. I think the United States did draw against Italia one time, but I don't get this hate America, root for Mexico in soccer. I mean, to me, there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of drug cartel activity going on. You're given a better life in America than Mexico. To me, you got to, America's giving you got to realize, you got to love America. I'm a liberal, but at the same time, if you're living under the current conditions of Mexico, it's not good. Where would you rather be born at, Mexico or America? I mean, that is true. America has given you something if you decide to move to America. Why do you want to hate America so much? Root against our national team. Real talk. It is. Why do you want to shit on the U.S. so much? The U.S. is a better team than Mexico so much. I mean, both countries will go far in the 2026 World Cup. Gold Cup is a joke. It's a garbage-ass competition. Some people are going anal about the Gold Cup, but it's a Mickey Mouse competition. You gotta use your brain at some point, realize it's Mickey Mouse competition. CWE, I agree with that, mate. Dave Roberts is Camacho 14, so all these cocksucking faggots, man, really beat their ass. It don't matter. It don't matter. I don't think Miguel going to a full bottle. DJ LeMahieu to hit a home run. Colorado. Guarantee it. I agree, CWE. These guys gotta hate our balls. They gotta hate our balls. It doesn't matter to me when the Astros win 2017 or 2021. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because you're still behind the Yankees, you blood-sucking motherfucker. We beat you in the playoffs back-to-back years. We're not your daddy if you win in 2023. To me, we are your daddy if you win. If you win the AL West in 2024 and you lose to the Yankees, then we fucking own your blood-sucking balls. To me, if we beat the Astros this year, if the Astros lose 3 out of 4 on opening day, if we beat your ass in the playoffs in 2024, we fucking own your dick. Fucking own your dick. You're very unwise to start running your mouth right now until you see what happens until after 2024. If I was an Astros fan, I'd be laying down low. I'd be like, let's see what happens until after 2024, because that's when we start to find out who your daddy really is. To me, what's saving Aaron Boone, Rob Manfred, and these gay ass motherfuckers, they don't care about losing out, whatever. If the Yankees beat the Astros in back-to-back postseasons, we own that fuck-ass fan base. They have turned to irrelevant. I mean, they hate New York so much in these professional sports. These guys had COVID. These guys are one of the most hit areas of COVID-19. And we haven't seen a New York team win a World Series yet. We must decipher if COVID is going to factor into the Yankees winning the World Series this year. No doubt about it. Coach LeBron James deserves to play for the New York Knicks. So does Bonnie James, because that's the birthplace of Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It may seem like a genius idea, but is it going to happen? We're about to find out if it is or is it not. But Kareem and Michael at New York City, Coach LeBron James deserves to win the championship, to deliver. You see, guys, the only way that the NBA can suck Coach LeBron's dick is if he wins the championship for the New York Knicks. That's the only way. If he doesn't, then you're a bunch of goddamn haters. He's not the Mecca of New York City. That's what would happen if he doesn't win the championship for New York City. Now, we deserve a championship, New York. We do. But go touch the ball down. He deserves to have a championship under his belt. Under a different name. Yeah, man, I'm kind of blazed right now. I'm not a pussy with that. I'll admit to you, okay? I'm kind of blazed right now. I see two people feeling in four legs. It's not about the dislike ratio. It's about the content. So let me make myself clear. Let's buy another bottle of Pinot Noir. I mean, we were going strong tonight, folks. And I intended to save a little bit of this bottle for tomorrow night. Well, maybe it lasts long, maybe it does not. Folks, I mean, I wanted to last this glass a long way because, yeah, we deserve a championship. March the 11th of 2020. It changed everybody's lives. We're not egocentric, focusing on New York City. The fact is, everybody around the world, their lives will change. As a diehard wineaholic, I mean, the bottle's empty. I finished it tonight. I mean, I don't talk to have that happen, but I am dead. Pinot Noir is the best, most nutritional wine out there. I will be a savage for 1 month until the first kick of the next NFL season from July 27 to July 29. Well, I mean, my mom, normally my parents can meet me for my birthday before the whole exclamation point. I mean, to me, I'm just gone full days and talk right now. I mean, oh my God. But it doesn't make no difference. To me, to me, to me. Yeah, I just finished the whole bottle tonight. Yes, I did. I think the masses are engaged with my conversation. They appreciate what I have to say about the Dallas Cowboys. I don't give a fuck if they have to watch the whole 120 minutes. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. I know what I'm talking about. I know the sports. I know I have a lot of, I don't have adrenaline or any of that. I mean, I know I am high putting lots of conference to talk about. These faggots out there think the Rockies gonna beat the Yankees. These guys are faggots. Put your money where your mouth is at. I swear to God. If Otani loses against the Astros, if the Dodgers lose against them, if the Dodgers beat the Mets, then fuck Showalter is fired. He really is. He's fired. Is he fired or is he not? That's my question to you. Pinot Noir has the top nutritional value of any wine out there. Now, we don't emphasize the top line over the conventional, uh, the conventional choice of wine. Well, I mean, the Gigino will be great, but at the same time, I mean, the Blue Jays have no pitching. We have real pitching. I mean, Cole and Cortez and Odone and German and I mean, we're fucking deep. We're fucking deep. And when I mention the starting pitchers, the people just leave the chat. Too bad. It's so sad. The Blue Jays won't even make the playoffs with that loud sack shit. Vladimir Guerrero or whatever that guy's name is. The guy is a joke. I don't care about who accesses streams. The Yankees live rent free in his head all the time. We're his daddy. That's how it's going to be. We don't care about some junior guy. I mean, Vladimir Guerrero's real deal. It could be this high in the strike zone, and Vladimir Guerrero could whack that ball to left field. I mean, his son is a joke. His son is not as good as Vladimir Guerrero. He's a joke. What are we talking about, really? The Angels or the Blue Jays? I mean, the Blue Gays. I call them the Blue Gays because they're faggots. That's what they are. They're not serious contenders. They haven't shown that they're real contenders. You're a joke. You know, America's fallen so far. If I call them Blue Gays, but then there's 0 people watching. Faggot ass nation. It's too early to tell. You don't want to judge a guy based on one summer league game, but we are a faggot ass nation. We're faggots. People have their feelings hurt so much. It's a joke. I mean, come on. This country has lost its set of balls. It has. When Banyama is from France, he's not American. Don't judge him on the rest of America. Yeah, he's got talent, but can he do well mentally? The mental aspect of the game? I don't know. Hope it works out for him, but of course not burning goat king LeBron James. Get him the ranking with the championship by himself. I know he will. I mean, you can't overhype someone who has not played against top NBA competition. His mind is very weak. NBA's the best. America's the best at basketball. We know that. It's not like soccer where Germany and Spain and Italy are the best. This is America. We're the best at basketball. This is not your average scrub in France. I mean, to me, I think Wemby should stay low-key. It seems like he thinks he's going to dominate all the way. So that's the wrong way to approach his career. He's got to learn and breathe and study the game, understand how other countries are, how other countries approach him. To me, I feel he must not be too arrogant, but if he is, then that is his weakness, that is his downfall. Now, as CWE says, I mean, Greg Popovich, if he thinks he's going to be a bust, he's going to retire very quickly. That's the easiest way for the rest of the public to know that Wembanyama is not the real deal. If Popovich retires, he thinks he's not going to coach this guy. He's too arrogant. He's too stubborn. To me, that is the number one reason here that it's not going to work out. Tim Duncan was humble. Goat King LeBron James is humble, despite what the faggots say about Goat King LeBron James. He thought about retiring. He was certainly humble. He thought about retiring, but he decided he was going to continue to go to war. And Goat King LeBron James, this was not a certain decision. He did not want to cheat the game. That's what I love about Goat King LeBron James. He's not giving a cheap opinion at all. Yeah, you're 7'4", but you have to have the hunger and the passion to be much better. I mean, he has the resources to be great. He has David Robinson and Tim Duncan. If he can't cut it at the Spurs, he's not going to be. He has two All-Fame players. He should be in the best position to improve his game. He's a big man. He's not even playing the same game as Kevin Durant and Goat King LeBron James. I mean, to me, clearly, he's got to be better. He cannot be compared to Goat King LeBron James, and Goat King LeBron cannot be compared to Kevin Durant. We have a scout here. He is deciphering the best way to tell Victor Wembanyama is going to be a big shot or not is if when Greg Popovich retires. I mean, he can coach him up or he can't. Probably the best way, the best course of action to decide if he can play or not. Can he be coached or can he not? Is he too arrogant? Whatever, as they say, he's too arrogant, as the media says he is, or the players say he is. I think it's up to Greg Popovich at this point. There is always room for improvement for anybody in any career, in any field, in any craft. You need to learn from the best. It may seem too simplistic, but to me, we need to see what the real agenda is. Learn from the best. Well, you're not lying about that. I mean, the Summer League is just a battle between your own peers, not against guys who played in the NBA for 10 years. He is French like Tony Parker. We know he's great. Some young people out there have no clue about Tony Parker. But is his ego going to allow himself to be better? That's the big question that I think surrounds Greg Popovich. Far different beasts out there. Mr. Cortez, these guys, they know that they're going through a hard battle right now. Wembanyama, he got to continue to learn and grow and get better as a player. Stay low key. That's what you got to do. He hasn't made it yet. Ray Golden, we know. We know. We know. That's going to be a big time, mate. Mr. Cortez, he's 5-2. He's got run support, but he's 5.16 ERA. He's striking out one batter per inning, which is good. But gotta find the old nasty Nestor. I'm just not gonna deal with the prolonged long stream. I'm just not gonna do it no more. There'll be a lot of nasty chat about nasty Nestor, but it don't matter no more to me. There's all the New York Islanders, all Baltimore, oh my God. Nestor, you only pitched 4 games. You never start any game for the Royals. It don't matter. It ain't matter. We've seen 2021. We've seen 2022. Yankee management is not confident in Nestor Cortez. Cole is the truth. I'm more confident in Rodon than in Cortez because it still hasn't been proven yet. But are the Yankees trying to? They know he can't throw 20 innings. They're trying to preserve his energy. That is what has doubt for me. He's a joke. Steph Curry's a faggot. This guy's a joke. His family is. His dad hates his mom. He's a faggot. He's a joke. Go King LeBron James. At least we know he's at peace with where his dad is at. He doesn't want to have a relationship with his dad or whatever. Steph Curry's a whole other big deal. Like, he knows his dad and his family's broken apart. Go King LeBron James. It's all good, brother. Go King LeBron. He will be Curry. There's no doubt about it. Let me say this. Stephen Curry will never win any ring again. Kevin Durant's going to win a ring. You can call me a faggot, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I know this dude finished. He cried for Kevin Durant. He's not going to win anything. Yeah, I guarantee it. Because he's a faggot. You know that to be true, right? You know that to be true. That he's got the big dick swing and he saved his ass. He saved Stephen Curry's ass. He is too white to be good for Kevin Durant. He's too white for his own good. Chris Paul he's known as a bitch because he's crying too much. He be crying too much. He be crying too much, Chris Paul. It has nothing to do with the alcohol up. I mean, it don't matter if I drink the whole bottle of Pinot Grigio. It's not Pinot. It's garbage ass, fuck ass, white, fucking white, fucking ass wine. You understand? I have nothing against white wine. Nothing against white people. But the fact is the best wine is the purple wine, the dark wine. We own the Astros. I swear to God. I'm traveling to Houston. You guys are not hot shit until you win 3 straight rings in a row. That's how you guys are. I swear to God, you garbage ass Astro. Swear to God. Swear to God. That's how it's going to be. Nothing can convince us otherwise. We do well with the drinks. From the whites to the Latinos. We love our alcohol. We love it. I love the drink. I did not want to go through the whole bottle, but I want to go through half of the bottle tonight, but it didn't work out. But it's okay because this is the most nutritious wine out there. I swear to God. These guys are shit. You understand? You understand? We do better. Italia do better. Now, we beat Spain the under 19 World Cup. These guys suck. They thought they're going to wallop their way through Italia today, but too bad. Too bad. 4-time World Cup winner, Italia. Spain only won 1 World Cup. But Spain's so much better due to the logistics of these people out there. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. Guys, the Astros fans are delusional. They should have deserved to suffer in the year that Messi won the World Cup. But too bad. Next year, occultic year 2023. These guys are a joke. They're garbage. I don't give a fuck about any 2022. None of that nonsense. You understand? You're a joke. You're a joke. You only think of yourself because of how their perception is with their rating. I don't give a damn about any of you cocksucking Astro loser fan base. No, the fan base. We will beat you 3 out of 4 times opening day. We're going to win the World Series. You guys are going to hate the Yankees. You're going to hate the Yankees. This is not a rivalry until you hate the Yankees. This is why you guys suck. This is why his boss is not fired at Aaron Boone, because he's a joke. We don't care if he's a joke. Not every fan is going to say this, but Rob Manfred is a joke. He's a joke. It's going to take the right maneuver to make this happen. France sucks. I think you suck, France. I think you're a garbage-ass team. I think Italia is better than you. I think our cousins from Argentina are better than your garbage-ass team. I think you Pinato loser, fan-base losers. It doesn't matter. We still won the World Cup over you guys, you faggots. Pinato fans, you stupid-ass, fuck-ass, fucking France fans, you losers. You're not Messi, too bad. There's no repeat dynasty for you. Thank God this happened that way. God damn it. Thank God that happened. Thank God that happened. Mamma mia. They're not. They're winning again, or they're not? No, they're not. Even after Argentina win the World Cup, you guys are made to suffer more. The Astros, you loser. After Argentina winning, we win big. You losers are not winning nothing again. Garbage ass motherfucker. Doesn't matter that Houston, not the Houston, but the Texas Ranger. It don't matter if you're in first place. It don't matter. You guys suck. I know. This is not the last chapter of the Yankees and the Astros. I know it's not. Are we very obnoxious if that's a 3-hour episode? But no, we had everything to talk about, from Major League Baseball to the NBA to the fucking NFL. So screw you, faggot ass, because we be talking the real deal. And everybody out there want to discount the Cowboys, well, because it's mediocre. Because there's no Tom Brady, because there's no Aaron Rodgers. So are the Cowboys mediocre? Are they not? They're mediocre, which is why we're talking like they can win the Super Bowl, because there's no real competition in the way of the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't like the Cowboys. I'm a Cardinals fan. I don't like the Cowboys, but is Dak made to suffer too much? Maybe a little bit. But he is going to be good. He's going to be fine. It's okay. These Vikings opening day, man, there's no World Cup. Let's make the moment as big as it is this year. I swear to God. There's no World Cup. Screw your faggot-ass Super Bowl, your faggot-ass World Series. The World Cup is the biggest fucking event ever in the world, man. It is. Warriors suck. LeBron owns them. These guys are a joke. Steph Curry's a faggot. He's a joke. If Steph Curry were the goal, he'd be owning Goalkeeper. But that is not happening anytime soon. Let me tell you that. It ain't happening anytime soon. It ain't happening anytime soon. Stand up, not pile down. It ain't happening anytime soon. We're not a pirate sipping on the rum or any of that. No, we're not. But you need to have a real competition. And the fact is the Warriors are joke. Jump pad for flat pad beat you. I mean, we brought back the same team. I mean, You guys are a joke. Warriors are a joke. We're not making any BS storyline in the media. We're telling it like it is. Well, maybe if the Dodgers beat the Mets, then yeah, it's a real storyline. But you understand, it ain't what they're about to be. I don't know who pitching for the Dodgers tomorrow. I don't know. But are we better? Yes, we are. Ridiculous. Folks, we already won. Through this broadcast, I am made out to be like a lot of savage. The Gold Cup is a joke. You're a faggot ass clown. If you even, we won the Gold Cup. Oh, police faggot. These teams are not playing their top teams. I just had some faggots say Gold Cup is a joke. Gold Cup is a joke. We don't take that competition seriously because we care about Copa America. The Team USA cares about Copa America. Mexico thinks, they're the best because they won the Gold Cup. You need to root for America. I swear to God. I swear to God. And I don't like Donald Trump, but I think you should root for America over. We've given more than this country. Screw that fucking Steph Curry's a joke. I swear he's a joke. I seriously don't know how he got through a whole bottle in a whole night. Maybe because there's a lot to talk about that I can down a whole bottle very quick. We will not be stopped by the media, right? We'll keep it going. Keep it going. Dr. Duxbury. I was only planning to go through half of this bottle. Why? Because it's such delicious tasting organic wine. And none of that crap out there that has full of toxins and full of that garbage out there. We're better than any of that fuck-ass nonsense. There's a reason for 28. We've already decoded that already. There's a reason for that. Real ass reason for that. Real ass reason. Let's send them back to the depths where they belong if they want to question us. I don't think we're done yet, are we? Ready to make a statement? No, we're not done yet. You don't need to be fucking tired at all. We already found out it's not about the 13 colonies everywhere, 13 years over. It's none of that. 13 prior years. Prior versus current means a big deal. Prior versus current means a lot. Dusty Baker already won. He don't mean no nothing. Yeah, Aaron Boone and Giancarlo and Aaron, yep. It's definitely California, yep. These famous Padres not making anymore. The Yankees and the Dodgers. The Yankees on Civil War. It's 119 coding. Yankees, Dodgers on Civil War, 119. Their script is all ready for this year. It was never over for last year. We already know the truth. I'm into that. You believe me, if he was ever concerned that, too much noise, too much concern, I don't care. These guys can bark all they want about the, you making too much noise. I don't care. They're not getting Ohtani. You can forget about that. They can forget about that. This guy will go on the Dodgers, he'll go on the Mets. Those are the two teams that resonate well with me, Dodgers and Mets. And baseball is going to be rigged to the core. The Dodgers, Mets, or Padres. The Padres have Soto. So be my yes. If he goes to the Padres, it don't mean no nothing. If he goes to the Dodgers, George is the guy. I swear to God he is. What do you care if I'm so drunk or not? What do you care? You know why Go Peanut Butter is 28-1? What made the stream go in is reason why the bottle is no use no more. Exactly. There's no World Cup. There's no soccer. Might as well focus on the end of just. Excuse me, my talking points are so coherent. Joking LeBron James, 28-195. He will not tie Mike until 28 years after 1998. That's the secret. It should not be any surprise beyond this year. It should not be any surprise. We don't want to go on the Yankees, okay? Ramon script manager. You don't need Ohtani. He don't need Trout. He don't need any more of them guys. He don't need any of these guys. He don't. Otherwise, he's a bonehead. He still is a bonehead. That's why he don't. That's why. This is why he never needed them. Okay, I'm done. You know what we're gonna do this year? I've talked about multiple topics. You have to suck that big Yankee doodle dick out there. I swear to God. These guys are Vikings. These guys are from Texas. These guys are a joke. They talk shit, but they don't walk the walk like New York City, a joke. So really is irrelevant. Really is. Really is. Oh, I hate the Yankees. I know where you're headed with the agenda. Still as coherent as ever. Tony not going to the Yankees. Soto not going for the Yankees is bad for business. Boonhead's going to find a way to beat the Padres at La Mesa, California, where he's born at. Even though we don't like Boone, he's a pup. We're waiting for that exact moment. We'll get the Dodgers out of the way. This guy is going to beat the Padres, but he's just a puppet. I swear to God. I mean, there's no winning and losing at this. Maybe you win more titles. Well, you don't win the World Title. You win the World Series. What do you mean you're not winning anything? But we don't need a puppet being the Yankee manager. I swear to God. At most, they will repeat or lose the World Series next year. Those are the only two outcomes available. They're not going to three-peat with Bonehead. It'll be scripted for the Dodgers, not the Dodgers, but beyond this year, be scripted for the Yankees and the Padres in the La Mesa, California, and the San Diego. Stop. These guys won't be making any noise anymore. I guarantee it. But they will not. How do we get through the whole bottle tonight? How? Because Bonehead is making things miserable for us. That's why. Oh, I can't believe anything. Because 13 counties of Philadelphia were the delegation. It was signed that. I mean, oh my God. Of course you can believe it because they believe it ain't fraud for that long. He's a joke. Ain't fraud's a joke. They believed it in so long. He played for the Texas Rangers. He was the last strikeout in the ALCS. He's a joke. Don't get me started. Hey, crowd. Whoever to the New York Yankees. Nah. You gotta beat them. Gotta beat them. Cold, but it ain't hell gonna happen at some point. Cold, but it ain't gonna happen at some point. These bastards won last year. There's gonna be no more consolidation to these bastards this year. It can't be believable. Oh, yeah. Cortez Rodon, Jamal. We are not drunk off our asses. We are not. I promise you that. He is Superman. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Stop being lazy, Glaber Torres. Stop! IKF is a real deal to set the momentum. There are some glue guys. Some real-ass glue guys. It's going to take every man. I know what it takes to win a Major League Baseball World Series. I know what it does. We have not lost any hair at all. We are ready to secure the deal. I've not lost any hair over our ability to win the championship. Not at all. I did it. Because it's about the 28th that I saw at the start of the stream. It's getting too late. What do I care what y'all people out there saying about but the release of the schedule, it makes it too easy. These guys gotta hate the Yankees. They're setting up something strong with their in charge. It's always back in late July. He's back in August. He's back in September. There's no set date whatsoever. There's no set date whatsoever. It'll prolong. It will not prolong. They will need him back. It don't matter. But even if Ohtani wins the AL MVP, it don't matter. We've learned from last year. We've learned from this year that the great Tatina is the real MVP. The war, the win above replacement, the judge. Where's the judge? Ohtani can have as great of a season he wants. He's not in the playoffs. Aaron Judge is out. The Yankees are below 500. Yeah, they beat the A's, but there's no reason why they can't beat the Rockies. He's a real deal. This team has played games without Judge. They've had to try to win games without Judge. That's only going to help them even more, too. The Judge is a real difference. They're under 500 without Judge. It's about the Freemasonical call. Oh, I'm doing your Yankees, and I know Aaron Judge, and it's over. But no, it's not, because they have real pitching. But I think it was 1998 where they won under 90 games and they won the World Series. I mean, it's been done before. But there's no small ball, no nothing under this manager having booing him. It's a joke. But what's the Aaron Judge? When in doubt, and you have no faith whatsoever, just rise. It'll rise, and it's all taken care of. All rise. Let's forget about George from the roof. That's 23. All rise. Great channel. Even if Judge wins World Series, it doesn't mean that it allows certain players like Juan Soto to leave their mark on a game, because they still can't. It's not Judge is the means all. Even if it's the means all in the year that he does win the World Series, it doesn't mean that there's not room for Juan Soto and other guys out there to make the landmark difference in the game.